So for the introduction, neobenthos, that also known as neofauna, were defined as small things that crawl in the sand. The dominant taxa were usually nematode followed by hypothecal copepod. However, in some circumstances, the group may change to other types of taxa such as polychaete, oligocate, or cynorhinge. These neobenthos also can pass through a 500 micrometer mass size, but retain on 63 micrometer mass size. They are also important contributors to ecosystem function and processes, including neutral cycling and food for higher trophic level. And this is my station of my study area that we conducted at coastal waters of Peninsular Malaysia. The methodology at sampling site, we deployed the Smith-Mac antigrade until it reached the bottom, and we then in laboratory we washed the sample by using decantation technique. Next, the sample will count and sort under dissecting microscope. Then we mount the sample for the identification of polychaete. For total organic matter, we use loss on ignition method. Sediment grain size, we use dry sieving method, and we analyze the data by using PASS software. As you can see, the highest mean density recorded were at station W19. This might be due to the location of the station, where the station is located to the near shore. According to Sargent 2010, high benthic biomass and density in near shore areas can be due to rich primary production in near shore waters. While the lowest mean density were found at station W25. This is due to the high depth at that station made there is low number of mean density of myobenthos. According to Danavaro, he confirmed that trend of myobenthos decrease with increasing of water depth. This is due to organic matter that reach the seafloor at depth may also be attacked by a variety of decomposer, and probably when reaching shallow bottom it contains less organic matter. We also categorize them according to nematode, polychaete, hypothecod, others such as Sumacia and oligocate. As we can see, the highest density found was nematode, polychaete followed by hypothecod. According to study by Zaleha, nematode and hypothecod were the myobenthic group found in abundance at all stations. They also comprise more than 95% of neobenthos in most sediment and were already known as the most numerically abundant taxa in all environments. Nematodes, polychaete, hypothecod high in abundance due to the fact that such taxa are the most ubiquitous and resistant to different environmental disturbances. Next is the diversity of neobenthos, which is seen in first objective, where as we can see, station W29 has the highest number of diversity index than the other station. This might be due to the location of the station, where it is more exposed to marine environment that have an advantage of more stable environment with high dissolved oxygen and has low salinity fluctuation. While the lowest diversity index is at station W21, W33, and W40. This may be due to the location area where all of these stations is situated near shore between high and low tide that can cause physical variation in this area. According to Novoa, the diversity of neobenthos will decrease with increasing water depth on the open slope. This shows because station W29 has high number of diversity with low number of water depth, and station W21, W33 and W40 has low number of diversity with high number of water depth. For the second objective is to investigate the correlation between myobenthos assemblage structure with total organic matter and sediment grain size. As we can see there is no correlation between total organic matter and sediment grain size with myobenthos abundance, which is the p-value shows that there is more than 0.05. This is similar with a study that conducted by Darif, where it has been conducted at Tanjung Bungah, Malaysia, shows that sediment grain size also did not show any significant correlation on soft sediment communities. But according to Swan, and Palmer, there are correlative evidence that population dynamics of stream Maya benthos are related to the availability of the organic matter. Due to the result shows that there is negative correlation with the mean density of Maya benthos, it might not be the controlling factors for the Maya benthos assemblage structure at coastal waters of Peninsular Malaysia. In conclusion, the distribution of Maya benthos were dominated by Phyla nematode as been expected. However, contrary to expectation, the differences between coastal waters of Peninsular Malaysia and other areas is the correlation between total organic matter and sediment grain size with the Maya benthos abundance. Maya benthos abundance at coastal waters of Peninsular Malaysia seems to have no positive correlation with total organic matter and sediment grain size, as there are many other essential variables that are not included in the studies, such as water velocity, temperature, salinity, oxygen, and chlorophyll A might be a concern. The higher organic matter contents in coastal waters of Peninsular Malaysia indicates higher availability of food for Maya benthos in this region. However, it appears that the Maya benthos was unable to fully exploit the maximum of the food resources in the coastal waters of Peninsular Malaysia.